no matter what. Number 3. Points 3, 4 and 6 all go hand in hand. And to refresh your memory, these points are: LeBron James Jr. is anticipated to graduate from high school in 2022. The NBPA has proposed players to be drafted at the age of 18 once again, and LeBron James Jr. is still on the same trajectory to get drafted to the NBA. We have to remember that LeBron James Jr. is only 14 years old, making his future very unpredictable. We don't know if LeBron James Jr. will be a lottery pick, which the Lakers probably won't have. We don't know if LeBron James Jr. will be a later pick. We don't even know if he'll get drafted to the NBA, but for the sake of the video and what I said before, let's just assume he does. Tying this all into the main points, we must look at what happened recently with Zion Williamson and that shoe explosion. When that happened, I immediately made a video after. In that video, I said if he suffers one more injury just like that, it could jeopardize his future. Literally, the morning after Williamson suffered that right knee sprain, USA Today's Jeff Ziegler reported that the NBA submitted a formal proposal to the National Players Association to lower the minimum age for draft eligible players from 19 to 18. Now both sides, the NBA and the NBPA, will negotiate with an eye towards the 2022 draft, being the first to once again allow high school players to declare for the draft. And why is that important? Well, I don't know if you heard correctly, but the 2022 draft. That is the draft class of Bronny Jr. This means he has a chance to come out of high school, meaning that LeBron James also has one less year to play if he wants to join forces with his son. And point number 2, that is also his contract year. Now for the final point, which I mentioned, LeBron James actually suffered the worst injury of his career. Yes, I understand it wasn't the most horrific injury, but a groin injury to any player who is 34 years old is not great. It was at age 34 that Kobe started to get injuries and decline as well, but at the same time, Kobe and LeBron are completely different players. And like I said, this is a groin injury, and it's not the worst thing that has ever happened to a player, but it does say a lot about him. Number 1, it's the first injury that he's really had. And after sustaining the groin injury on December 25th against the Warriors, LeBron James had the longest absence of his 16-year career, missing 17 games. Now 17 games is a lot, but it's also 17 games, which is not much in the span of his entire 16-year career. And this tells us 2 things. Number 1 is that LeBron James is unbelievably durable and takes incredible care of his body, putting millions and millions of dollars every year to look after himself, which probably allows him to actually play until he's 40 years old, or longer, even with his style of play. It would be an incredible feat, even for a player as physically blessed as LeBron James. He'd have to stave off a career-ending injury and stay relatively healthy even as he advanced in age. He will need to continue to work on his game so that he could continue to compete as his athleticism declines year after year. But to be honest, it's hard to imagine LeBron James slowing down just because he's been this great for so long. Although his defense is looking very sus at the moment, and maybe that's the first sign of his decline. And how does this tie into LeBron James Jr. being able to play with LeBron James? Well, obviously, if LeBron James is able to keep healthy, then he's going to be in the league, which means LeBron James Jr. has a higher chance to play with his dad. You get the point. Overall, I think at this rate, it's probably too early to know whether it will happen, but if you want to know my prediction, well, I really do believe that LeBron James will be the first player to ever play with his son in the NBA. It is very hard to believe that he won't, considering it's only 3 years away. I think whilst there is a very minor chance LeBron James may not actually play past 2022, I do think that he will, but he will also start to decline every year from now. I also believe that if LeBron James Jr. actually gets drafted, which as stated in this video, the hype plus the name will probably get him in the league no matter what, and LeBron James is a free agent in that same year, look, he still is LeBron James, and we know how much care he takes of his body. So I do believe he still will be in the league, and for all I know, his one last goal by 2022 would be to play with his son before it's the end for the King. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Wait, hold up. Subscribe if you're new, and we out, alright? Oh, by the way, man, check how fire these are, alright? Jordan 13s, Black History Month edition. Anyway, it's been your boy Nick Smith. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below what you thought. Can Bronny and Bronny Jr. play together? Who knows? I'm out.